to your. Let me start over. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, saying things wrong is going to be a good
Blah, blah,
theme
blah.
for today.
That's true. Welcome back to your once again weekly local news and satire podcast, Carol Worldwide. Right?
That's right.
Is this our first
2 weeks in a row?
This is our first week to back weeks, and
Yes. A long time.
We didn't do. This isn't 3 weeks in a row.
is it 3 weeks in a row?
No, it's not. You're right. It's 2 weeks because the one before that we missed like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Well,
don't. Yeah,
Now that Randy finally has his together.
yeah, don't pat us on the back too quickly.
Don't hold your breath on that one.
Yeah. So, any rate, Carroll County's local news and the capital of Carroll County, Westminster. That note seems wrong, Randy. What are we talking about here?
The new smoothie place opened.
And we root for all places, so we're not against whatever it's called. What's it called?
Tropical smoothie.
Tropical smoothie.
We're not against chains? Oh, okay.
Are they a chain?
Yeah, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not the smoothie target market, so I don't know. Okay, I know like Smoothie King's a chain.
Yeah, they're a chain.
They're a chain. Okay. So what did the chain? I guess a local place would not make this mistake.
No, because a local place knows the name of the town that they're in.
So what happened?
People are posting pictures of their receipts because on the top of the receipt, it says Tropical Smoothie Cafe, 265 Altamore Boulevard, West Nubsturm, Maryland, 21157.
Zip code's right. WESTNUBSTERM.
That is the name of our township, our incorporated
West.
territory.
And all this time I was spelling it incorrectly.
I think that you guys aren't looking deep enough. I think this is a Stranger Things kind of level.
Right. And even more stranger, someone set up a West Nubsturm online community
It's bizarre.
on Facebook.
The Bizarro Westminster.
And it's pretty freaking hilarious if
It's
you get in
very
there.
funny.
It's
I
very
love
funny.
it. Yeah.
And they like us, so that's like
They like the podcast.
Speaks to our taste, to their taste.
Yep. And there's absolutely, it is like Bizarro World Westminster because there are no political arguments on there at all.
Okay.
Well, that's refreshing.
The Republicans and the Democrats are not fighting.
Is
on
that
there.
in continuity? Have they been called that in West Nubsturm?
They have a bunch of what
Is there a wiki for it yet? Do we because once you start naming places, those places are locked in.
I think they have a floofball league that they just set up.
I think there's like Chick-fil-A is the most efficiently managed parking lot in town. I read that.
That is Bizarro World.
So I don't know.
But the Chick-fil-A drive-thru is very efficient.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Sherri. Efficient chicken.
In West Nubsturm.
Are you trying
They
to,
also support
to get banned again?
No, Sherri, but in West Nubsturm they are like an avid gay rights supporter.
Oh, okay.
Right?
All right. Okay. In
guess.
Bizarro World, I guess they would
I thought
be,
it was
yes.
just stuff that's spelled wrong.
I think it goes deeper.
So they might be against Yags. And call them Gaffets or something.
Randy.
I didn't say it.
He's
I can have some fun with this.
you are canceled in West Nubsturm.
Let's
You can't
talk about-
You can't say that in West Nubsturm.
Let's talk about the West Nubsturm racists next. You know what they call...
Please don't. Yeah.
You're going down a you're going. This is as close. You're really getting close to getting canceled here.
No, whatever.
It could bleed over into the prime reality.
Whatever.
Randy don't care.
Dixie Chicks are still singing songs.
Don't care.
Randy don't
So
care.
I can still talk on the podcast.
I mean, no one's stopping you.
No.
I mean, this basically what this is though is like you're just having a place that's recording what you normally do. Like this is just you normally. Like at your house, like you just don't have a podcast, but you are like monologuing.
God, yes. I monologue a lot at my house.
Right. I mean, I think that's probably just the symptom of lack of communication, right? Like everyone's just like, let him talk it out himself. Right?
Oh, no, they just look at their phones and ignore me completely.
Right. So because like that's the way to do it.
That's the way they
So
handle
are
me.
you like this at home, Dennis? Like you're the agenda keeper and you say this is what's happening and we're doing this then and now?
Yeah, like on the executive level. Like I might not be like, okay, here's what we're gonna do like today, but I was like, here's what we got to get done, like big picture.
Oh, okay.
And it causes friction.
Okay.
Friction? How?
Well, like I'm a morning person, my wife's not, so it's like I gotta like ask. Can we talk about our day yet? And no,
You got to ask permission.
I don't have to, but it just works better if I do.
Is that before or after you use your gas grill?
I mean, come on, you don't grill in the morning.
Oh, Randy.
I mean, unless you're making a brisket. First thing you got to get out there. Start smoking
Look,
that thing.
everyone's got a thing like that. I actually prefer to have fun instead of like inventing projects for myself.
The projects are fun, and so is dialoguing, monologuing.
Well, monologue is different than dialogue.
Right, I meant monologue. It
You're-
very much is a monologue.
My assumption is that now that your son's at college, your primary conversational partner's gone. Was he? I assume he was more on your wavelength in terms of like the random stuff you'd want to talk about.
Kinda, but they all three kind of ignore me. But I go on anyway.
That's what you got to do.
They ignore me until they need me.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden I got an audience, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to eat? Oh, the electric's turned off.
Yeah.
Let me tell you my philosophies.
Yeah. We gotta put a coin in the machine and listen to
That's
old
right.
dad talk about stuff.
Yep.
There you go.
My experience at home is very much like this podcast as well. I've got two men on either side of me, just yapping the fuck away, thinking they know everything.
You have another variable though.
I do. I have another me at home. So
That's got to be interesting.
there's two me's and then two boys.
Do your
Yeah.
do your parents relish that you have a you?
I think my mother very much enjoys all the punishment that I've endured.
It's not.
With mini me. Yes.
So like you think it's karmically balanced that this is happening
it's
to you.
so I so deserve it. I do. I was awful. I continue to be awful. Yeah.
But her holding a mirror up to you doesn't make you less awful?
No, not really.
Okay.
You have a dog too,
I do have a dog. Yes. Yeah.
and
yeah.
you still have a man in your life.
I do still have a man in my life.
We got to check in.
Yeah.
Every week
It's
we're
like-
going to
it's
check in.
scary.
You know what's
Oh,
going to
I-
happen? Wait.
I don't ask about it until the
What's
podcast.
going to happen when
Don't say what's going to happen.
when I say no, it's over, and then you're going to have to listen to me like cry for an hour during the
if
podcast.
it's good potting.
This is where I would monologue. Don't say it's going to happen. Say
Ooh.
what if it happens.
I'm sorry. What if it happens?
Don't seal your fate that way.
What if it never happens,
Today's his
What
birthday,
if it never?
actually.
Hey, happy
Whoa.
birthday, Mr. X or whatever your name is.
Mister
John
You'll-
Smith.
You'll never know.
Mr. X? R.I.P. Jessica Walter as well.
You'll never
Lucille
know.
Bluth. What a sad day.
Oh,
Yeah.
so sad, right?
Yeah. She killed it on Arrested Development so much.
She
They basically
killed on everything.
Well,
she
they
did.
basically asked her, "Can you just audition as if you're playing Lucille Bluth on Archer?" And she did that, and she just did Lucille Bluth all over.
And then she
again.
was doing a show with Amy Sedaris as well. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, such a gem.
What you don't know, a lot of people don't know this. When she auditioned for Arrested Development, they said, "Can you just be Randy's mother-in-law?"
Ah,
And they spent like 10
Oh.
days together. And now she's just method acting.
okay. So
You're gonna get in
Randy,
trouble,
we've
Randy.
heard about Randy's mother. Randy's mother-in-law takes the cake though.
Really?
They're very similar people.
Oh man. So that's like you and your wife then like have like battlefield bonded.
You combine her and Kramer from Seinfeld, that is exactly my mother-in-law. Probably 80% Kramer, now that I think about it.
Kramer plus it's like a mixed drink like Lucille would like. It's like a Kramer with a dash of Lucille
Yes.
and female, obviously.
Yeah,
Well,
female.
I shouldn't say obviously, but yes.
Yeah, yeah, she is.
Does your wife listen to this podcast?
Yeah, she'd agree.
She would?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not bashing her. It's just, it's objective. It's like saying you're wearing black today.
Okay.
Does she slide into the room like, whoa?
drinks our milk, makes cereal.
Is she always just like showing up in your house?
She will pop in, yeah.
She still does a pop,
Mm-hmm.
I think that pop-ins might be quaint again. Like they probably were annoying, but now that no one does it, maybe pop-ins are
No, pop-ins are not quaint.
No?
No.
Quaint.
No?
You got to see
We
the
don't have
Sebastian
we don't have a pop-in.
the Sebastian Maniscalco stand-up about when people pop in when they did 20 years ago
Oh,
versus now.
I've seen that. It's hysterical.
It's brilliant. It's
People
it's-
hide.
Yeah. But back then you'd pour
You
some
used
Sanka.
to have a tasty cake.
Yeah, you'd have cake just for company.
Yeah. Now someone knocks on the door and you're like, who the hell's that?
Everybody gets tactical,
Yeah.
Yeah.
sneaking around, trying to not be seen.
Yep.
Delivery stuff too. Oof. Woofda.
This is why COVID's so great. People just drop things off. You can see them through the window. Bye. Bye.
I don't have to talk
Goodbye.
to you now.
I don't pay to have you delivered. I have you pay to walk away.
Yeah, exactly.
That lack of cashier interaction. Phew. All right. So, Wes Nubstern, we love you. On to our next problem. Randy, you've discovered a new online community to plumb the depths of.
Well, this is one. The West Nubsturm is one.
Right, but this one's real.
All right, is it just me, or is it crazy that Roberts Field? Now, Roberts Field in Hampstead has roughly 670 some homes. They're mixed up of townhomes, single family, and duplexes. Mm-hmm. And there's like 900 people, 900 to 1,000 people in this group, and it's very active, which I think is crazy because it's a neighborhood. It's almost like an open HOA group that is as active as Sykesville Online, the Berg, Westminster Online.
It's not the members, it's the power users.
Yeah, but there's a lot of them though, and there's
know.
the same drama goes on there in this little microcosm of a community that does in a 20,000 member community.
Of course.
Interesting.
Same volume.
That's the lessons.
Well, good for them.
Yeah, and in one guy, he wrote, if you have a cat and you let it outside, I suggest you bring them in immediately. Next cat that pisses on my deck or shits in my flower bed will be trapped and taken to the Humane Society. My property is not for your cat's litter pan. I don't know if a litter pan is a thing. It's a litter box, right?
Well, he doesn't
think
sound like
so.
a cat guy, so
No, he's not a cat guy.
that's okay.
No, and as of March 27th, it had 135 comments.
What 4 days and 4 days brewing since then.
It's been percolating, and the number one point that was
Just
made,
like the cat.
right? But the number one point that was brought up, especially with Roberts Field's location, is that it could have been feral cats. So it could have been an unclaimed cat.
So if he trapped him, take him to the Humane Society, it'd be a good thing.
It might be a good thing. It could be somebody's bar cat. Bar cat. That would be something.
That's cool.
Yeah.
A bar cat. What does a bar cat entail?
It's just like smokes cigs and tells you to F off. It's a lot like Trash Panda.
It's the cat that you take with you to the bar, or it's a cat that frequents a bar.
You could make some very clever statements about your bar cat.
Yeah.
You really could.
Everyone gets some pussy.
Wow. Why would everyone get it?
Because it's a bar cat.
It's a cat, man.
Shows his butthole to the bartender.
Well, that's always a good way to get a free drink.
Yeah, I do that, and I get kicked out of Target.
I get a free drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
course, of
that's
course.
because, Randy, your speed's more Food Lion. With
Right.
that kind of behavior. So,
Wait, I meant,
what were the points? What?
Barn cat is what I meant.
We all knew that. They didn't even have to be said. We
All right.
understand what it
I'm
was.
just checking. You never know who's listening. There's some real idiots out here.
Are there a lot of barns in Robertsfield, though? I mean,
Well, they're adjacent to some, I'm sure.
I think an outdoor cat is considered is called a barn cat casually because there are barn cats all around my neighborhood and there aren't any real barns.
I don't.
Our neighbors
I think
have outdoor cats.
I think a barn cat is
that's
a barn
just-
cat.
I think feral is what you're talking about. That's just a feral cat.
No, I'm talking about a cat that is owned by somebody but never ever comes in the house. That's a barn cat.
How is that a barn cat?
Do they have a barn?
No, but they might have a little cat house. I don't mean
Cat house for all the little
cat
pussy
house?
cats?
Really?
yeah, like a dog house but a cat house.
Okay.
The dog house that you're going to be in?
Yeah, for all the prostitutes.
Uh-huh.
The Cosmo
strippers.
Kramer joke.
Oh no, that won't get me in trouble.
Okay.
No. You know what? If I get in trouble, I'll just say no. I'll deny it.
You just
No, I won't. I refuse. I do not accept getting in trouble.
Does that work for you?
Yeah, it actually does sometimes.
Does it really?
Sometimes.
you deny it.
Yeah.
It's
No.
like it's like The Secret. You just make reality real.
Right. Like when George couldn't break up with his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. He said, "No, George."
I think there was
And he ended up marrying her?
No, he ended up having two girlfriends because he got another one to try to make the other one break up with her, and the other one wouldn't break up with her either. Break up with him either. So he ended up having like a threesome.
How did George Costanza ever get a girlfriend?
He did the opposite.
that was the
of what he
opposite
thought.
period.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that like the volume of people that are dated on that show is one of the most unrealistic aspects of it.
Probably.
But I think that was just a conceit to like the nature of episodic television, where they specifically wanted to keep the plot stagnant. Mm-hmm. Like they didn't want to have the characters grow, so they just had to bring in new romantic situations to cause volatility.
They usually do.
I've never heard somebody like mathematically break down Seinfeld before like that.
Well, that's how always Sunny in Philadelphia is like Seinfeld on crank.
Yes.
It's the characters never grow, and the consequences are only suffered by the characters around them. Like
Yes.
it's always a circle. Like one of them takes the role of like the responsible and reasonable person each episode, and that hat changes. But like it's always the people around them who suffer the consequences for whatever cockamamie scheme or wrong opinion they have or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, Martin was like that too. And I think Letterkenny is like the Canadian Seinfeld.
Letterkenny, the characters aren't just like irredeemable in Letterkenny. The characters all have like positive traits. They're like either loyal or they're caring and they're community oriented, and they do have consequences sometimes.
Yeah,
and there's through lines in their plots. There's like callbacks to jokes and that kind of stuff.
The skids might be a little bit
Irredeemable.
unsavable. Yeah.
Well, I mean, not. But I'm talking about the main cast.
And the lady at the bar. What's her name? She's
Gail.
Gail.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's but she leans into it.
But those are like secondary and tertiary characters.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
They're not the gang.
Right.
They're not the gang.
No, that's true. You're right.
You're dead on about It's Always Sunny though.
Yeah.
And it's always
but
entertaining.
I'm like a million episodes behind because it's also
literally probably.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to watch them because you can watch them anytime and there won't be any plot change.
That's
right.
True.
And
the zeitgeist might have changed a little bit.
Non-sequential. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
That's true.
The Black Mirror of comedy.
Oh God.
I don't know about that, but okay.
That show.
So, what were the positions? People like be nice to cats, or cats are trespassing.
It was mostly it could be a wild cat.
Oh.
That's it.
That's true.
Well, that's very pragmatic.
Well, we normally say Carol hates kids, but maybe kids love Carol. What happened?
I think we had a bounce back. I always find that when a lot of bad things happen, there's this like one little thing that happens and the whole universe switches direction and everything goes in a good direction.
Like momentum.
Yeah, like a reflective momentum. I would say.
It's like a sports ball game.
A sports ball game. How you like that?
I love sports ball. It's my favorite.
You kick the ball through the hoop.
Sports ball.
So somebody was working at Sonic, and in the drive-through, I'll just read it. I was in the drive-through window last night, and a car with 3 young men, teenagers, came through.
Suspicious.
The driver asked for the total for the car behind him. I told him, and he asked if he could pay for that order as well. So they paid it forward. Maybe they felt bad for running the people off the road 2 weeks ago. The family with the little girls. Maybe it was the same people.
That's spurious.
As soon as I read this, I thought I became cynical. I did. Because, well, finish the story.
Well, the car behind them was a Westminster City police officer in a marked car.
Yeah. Guess what?
Oh, is it make it cynical, Sherri?
It might be make it cynical, Sherri.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. They were completely trying to avoid getting in any sort of trouble.
So maybe they sped off with their drinking drugs and marijuana.
I mean, they probably saw the cop pull up behind them. And they all started sweating and panicking.
Buy his too.
And,
I honestly think that's a way to call more attention to the cop. Go to and be, hey, thanks for the thing.
What is that?
I don't know. I think that would throw you off a little bit.
Is that the devil's lettuce?
I don't know.
Are you stoned?
I immediately became cynical when I read the story. I mean, it's really not that difficult for me to become immediately cynical.
Super Troopers, this is not.
Right. Well, she said huge kudos to the parents of those young men. How about kudos to the young men?
Yeah, I mean, we can only go so far with Carol hates kids. Kids love Carol, though. 917 positive reactions, though. Mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that many reactions to a thing.
It's very nice.
If it's true.
I don't think it's true.
It's more likely to be true than the person who fake paid for things and
at
stole
McDonald's.
stole
Yeah,
ladies'
that
food.
guy. We know that guy, and he's an idiot.
Right. I don't know about that, but that guy. That story seems more false than this one.
Yeah, because he's stupid and he's not smart enough to pull something like that off.
Oh boy.
Probably not.
Just straight up, I'll take blame for that one.
Well, I mean, hopefully it's true.
Well, you and I will float around and assume that it's true, and
I probably won't give it too much more thought, but yeah. I mean, are you gonna like go to bed thinking about this for the next week?
go to bed. I'm not going to sleep now after this.
You're just gonna
There's
be
no going to bed.
just gonna be high on Westminster patriotism.
That's right.
So sweet.
Monologuing.
If there was a door to Westminster, where would it be?
The door to Westminster?
Yeah, like if it's a switch reality, how would you like get to it from here in Westminster?
Oh, that's a good. Maybe
Through the library.
The library could be good.
The Lion, the Witch, in the Library.
It could be Ernie's place.
Could be Ernie's place. It could be the Starbucks parking lot.
No, too many people. It has.
Why would you mention that name in front of me?
Oh man, you're really asking for it.
Seriously.
Snarblips.
Snarblips.
or it could be you have to park perfectly 3 times in the Westminster shopping center parking lot in order to unlock the other dimension.
Good luck.
Yeah, that would be like we'd have to turn a key. It would be a key you need to turn. So what would that be? Maybe our readers can leave something in the comments.
Yeah.
Our readers and also our listeners, because I know if they're reading the podcast, that's
Maybe someone's
not-
voice to
it's
text.
not as good of
They're
a
not going to read the
experience.
whole thing.
No, I won't. You don't listen to it at all, according to you.
She doesn't say that.
She literally said
I
it
did say
2
that.
podcasts ago.
I said, yeah, I don't listen to this podcast.
But
you
she
did
does.
not say that. What did you say?
I probably threw in an expletive. You know what? I don't listen to this stupid fucking podcast. But I'm consciously trying not to curse during this episode.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Why is that?
I don't know, because it's so close to Passover and Easter. I want to be a good girl.
What?
I don't know.
What is happening right now?
I don't know. I'm trying not to be
It's
so
this
vile.
male
It's starting.
influence.
It's the West Nubsturm Sherri.
Oh no, this is a doppelganger. It's been happening for a while. She has a boyfriend.
Yeah.
She's trying not to swear.
She's the key.
I'm 50 years old. Do not say that I have a boyfriend.
Your little friend.
You got a male pal.
Who's the boy?
No, but seriously, we need to come up with a name for a significant other or whatever
Boyf.
of a certain age range. You know, people who are dating in their 50s.
Why don't you age out of boyfriend or girlfriend? Is
I
that
think
true?
you age out of that. Yes, of course you do. Because
Man friend?
I'm not. I'm not going to sit around and say I've got a boyfriend because I sound like a teenager.
So?
It's ridiculous.
What's wrong with that?
It's not.
It's unbecoming.
It's unbecoming
For a
Thank
lady
you,
of dignity and class.
But love is the fountain of youth.
I have a paramour. I've taken a lover.
Taken a lover.
Something
That's-
like that.
Well, we don't want to assume you've taken a lover. That's a different level.
I've taken a lover.
But isn't when you take a lover a side piece?
Not
That's more of
necessarily.
I think that's a paramour more.
Yeah. A
Paramour. Yeah.
A paramour is definitely more of a side.
Well, you're in love with yourself, so you can be paramour.
right because he doesn't exist. We did establish that last week.
God.
Not saying that.
Okay. So, what were we even talking about? I feel like we're high right now.
Are we high?
Block party? What's WCO2?
All right, so this is probably my favorite group because the Westminster online community, the smaller one, they have a habit there of people will post these really super divisive political posts,
Yeah.
and of course it's going to start a fight, and when the people fight with them, they block them.
Okay, sure.
And I'm thinking, if you're going to post that stuff, just man up and handle it. Take it. Handle your business. And there's this one guy in particular, he's the same guy that we talked about. We were making fun of him and laughing at him, and we will continue to do so. The guy that was going to sue the girl for referring to him as junior instead of senior because he has senior in his name.
Oh, yeah, it might be true about me, but it's not true about my son.
Right. So he thought she was talking about, because she called him a racist.
My son's not a racist.
Right. My son isn't. End of discussion. That
Okay.
was the big defense.
Right, so gotcha. Like, if you're going to get in the ring, at least stay in the ring.
Stay in the ring.
Until the ref calls the bell.
Yes.
Okay, that's
God,
fair.
blocking.
I
Come
think
on.
that's legit, Randy. Actually, I totally agree with you. If you're gonna spout off at the mouth, then you need to be willing to accept the consequences.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So this guy has blocked me. He's blocked tons of other people.
Oh, no.
And he apparently he unblocked this one person who started calling him out, and I could see the post about him, and I knew he had blocked this person. The funny thing that cracked me up was there's like 59 comments on there. I could see 8 of them. So there's several people that have me blocked. The guy that talked about
Several is now.
So you should send those
Several's
links.
now in the 50s.
You should no. 50
I mean,
comments, it could be the same person.
He said 50 comments. He could
comments.
see 8.
Comments.
Okay.
So like 40 of them could have been this guy that was.
Okay.
You can send us the link next time and we can tell you what's happening.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, we could give you a little blow by blow.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm all that interested because this guy is another idiot that is not going to say anything.
Whatever
compelling.
happened to our Sweet 16? We're in the midst of March Madness right now.
Oh, right.
We should get the Sweet 16 up and running.
There's a lot of new people.
There really are.
And I'm working on a story hopefully we'll have next week about a guy who's been ripping off veterans.
Oh,
I'm just trying to get
Oh.
I'm trying to get all the details.
if you can find it, if you can We can talk about this offline too.
I wanna know more about this because this guy has been in my cafe and he's posted signs and like. Well, I took the one down that I sent you the picture.
If
that's all legit.
Apparently, it's like agencies are involved. And
no shit.
It's very legit. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Language.
I curse. God damn it.
Language. Randy's bleeping hand's gonna get very, very busy.
Stupid fucking podcast.
Okay.
Is that what I said? You know what? I don't listen to this stupid fucking podcast.
Yes. That is exactly what you said.
Ouch. That's hurty.
Indeed.
Is it gonna, if we ever meet Sherri's male friend, will it be like the like friends she's not allowed to say that she has, like we're like you know, junior varsity, and she'll be like, oh, hi guys, and she'll like run off. Like we're the JV squad.
What's the in Cheers? Frasier
maybe
had a lover, and he called her a French term, and it was like chat de faire or something. It meant something to do.
Do you know what the term is?
That's terrible.
I forgot what it was, but he referred to his lover as that.
Okay.
I think they're doing a Frasier revival.
Great.
Fantastic. I can't wait to see that.
Only if he comes back as the Beast.
I was thinking the same thing.
Right.
Underrated role. They're like, let's have the smart guy from sitcom be the Beast.
Right.
That'll work. I mean, actually, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. That movie was bad in general, though. But flashbacks.
Yeah.
I think I saw that movie.
To do. I like that. We have to look up what that is in French. So
okay.
I can start referring to him as that. Something
right.
to do.
Yeah. Chat de faire. It's probably wrong. I probably just said I have a rat pencil.
Was Niles rattled by that?
Right.
Niles,
it was Cheers.
Niles was rattled by
Oh,
everything.
it was on Cheers. This is all the way back to Cheers.
Oh, this is pre-Frasier.
See, I thought this was a Frasier plot line where like he's hiding out from Niles about something.
No, it was Cheers.
Okay.
I love it.
Is Frasier the most successful comedy spinoff of all time?
Laverne and Shirley might be.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Laverne and Shirley's a good answer too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Which spun off of Happy Days?
Laverne and Shirley.
It was Laverne and Shirley. Okay.
Yeah.
And Mork and Minnie. That actually might be.
And Joni Loves Chachi.
That was not.
Yeah.
Mork and Mindy actually might be the best spinoff from Happy Days.
That was spun off of Happy Days?
Absolutely spun off of
Happy Days.
There
There was an in-continuity alien?
Yes, there was.
That's right.
Yeah.
That there was.
Yeah, Fonzie.
On Happy Days, Fonzie met an alien.
He met
So
Mork.
this is when he jumped. This was probably post-Shark.
Post-Shark, yeah.
So jump the shark.
It was probably post-Shark. I think you're correct about that. Yes.
Holy crap! I didn't realize Mork and Mindy was. And
Yeah,
Mork and Mindy was like Robin Williams' big thing. So right?
Yeah, that was before he was who he became.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a good answer too.
Yeah, that show had 2 great spin-offs.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't think. Are there any other great spin-offs?
That's all I can think of.
We can do homework and come back to this so we're not thinking during the podcast.
That's very compelling, Randy. Okay. I guess it's time
thinking during the podcast?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Top 10?
There is a top 10. Would you guys like to hear it?
I think so.
I'd like to read it.
Yeah, I'd like to think it.
You want to read it yourself?
No, that's
Do you want to present the top 10 this week? I think that would be fantastic.
Presenting the top 10.
Okay.
It's funny. One day one of us should write the top 10, or we should, and give it to you to read, and you have to. We did that before, didn't we? Where you had to read it because you came in drunk, and you had to read.
What are you talking about?
What sort
I've
of
never been drunk here before in my life.
I think you've had a designated driver bring you here
I don't know
before.
what you mean.
I think you lost a bet, and you had to read whatever top 10 I wrote.
That sounds plausible.
You gonna bet that against the massage?
It was in the Ziggy Starbucks episode.
Look at Randy knowing the archives.
He's not only our producer and co-host, but our fan.
Jesus.
Love you guys.
He's gonna be like episode 57, minute 35 is where we have the first reference to Trash Panda, collectible NFT.
You might be right.
He listens to this stupid fucking podcast, that's for sure.
Well, he has to produce it.
I guess that's true.
October 30th, 2019.
Oh my god.
Trash Panda.
You know what? I don't listen to this stupid fucking podcast. Okay, I have a top 10 list.
No, October 3rd. 2nd or 3rd was the first Trash Panda.
Oh my god.
Perhaps I should read the top 10 list?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
These are the, in keeping with the theme, these are the top 10 reasons to block someone on social media.
Ooh.
Okay. Number 10, they stopped drinking coffee.
No.
Oh,
Are you back on coffee?
not yet.
Number 9, you need to get your legal team involved because your feelings were hurt.
Can you imagine going to a lawyer and just mentioning, well, somebody posted on Facebook that... What would you say if somebody came to you with a civil case?
Well, Dennis wouldn't handle that because that's not his
Not my thing.
purview.
I'm just saying.
I would strongly caution my client that unless their brand is worth a lot of money, it's pretty hard to win those kinds of cases for a big money judgment.
Could you keep a straight face if somebody was yelling and screaming about...
If they were yelling and screaming about it,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's some fake account.
I'd be like, I never made an appointment with you, sir. Please leave my office.
Okay, so number 8. Some creep starts following you with a total of 8 posts, all selfies, with his fake stethoscope and promises of looking for that someone special.
That's really specific. Did that happen to you?
Oddly specific.
It happens to me a lot on Instagram. It's gross.
Stethoscope?
I mean, it's either a guy in a tie who like pretends to be a banker or a guy who pretends to be a doctor.
How about a guy with stirrups?
There's
Like winking next to them.
the OBGYN guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you were cowboy, but okay.
I'm definitely blocking him. Number 7, because they did not properly handle their grass clippings. That's a great
That's
reason
legit, though.
to block
I
someone.
mean, that's just social justice.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Number 6, they fixed your deck by making it unusable. That's
What
very
would ever happen with that?
That's very specific too.
That's like $20,000 worth of damage.
Yeah.
Come fight me. Idiot. Another idiot.
Number 5, they posted one too many office memes. Ouch. Yep. Dennis blocked that guy.
I'm not even on Facebook to see it. It's mostly like Reddit. I see that stuff.
Number 4, they used your dumpster for their trash. Yeah, you got to block that person.
Going to do a block you in Tony Town, huh?
We're getting to Tony Town. Why do you always ruin my top 10?
Oh my gosh!
I didn't know there was a Tony Town in it.
Oh my
he stepped
God.
on her stuff.
He's always
stuff.
stepping on my stuff. Number 3, they drove your car into the Jiffy Mart pond.
They drove your car, yeah. I'm going to block you on social media. That's my total sum of action.
Okay. Hey, whatever works.
Number 2, they found out that you were deeply embedded in Tony Town. So thanks, because that's not even funny anymore. Because
Just
Randy ruined
crushed
that.
it. You just crushed it.
Crushes all my dreams.
Respect.
Okay, and the number 1 reason to block someone on social media, it's Randy.
You're right. You are right, though.
It's Randy.
You are correct.
You don't get
Okay.
no respect.
So look, I got the French translation right here. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get them to actually pronounce it.
Quelque chose à faire.
I was close.
Yeah, you were.
Quelque chose à faire.
All right. That's what he's called.
I think that's the name of our.
Quelque chose à faire.
I think that's the name of our episode.
Okay.
There we go.
I was going to call it Barcat.
Barcat.
No, we'll do that.
Okay. Whatever
good.
you want to do. Whatever. You're the producer.
We'll see what strikes you. Okay.
Whatever strikes your fancy.
I'm Dennis.
I'm Randy.
I'm Sherri.
See you later.